Cinder needed more than stuff to shoot, so I had some good old platforming to irritate you further. But rather than listen to me spoil everything and try to be funny, why don't you play it for yourself? Click the link in the description to sign up for my newsletter and gain access to Cinder and all its future updates for free. I would like to know how you guys feel about how well the game explains itself and the difficulty of the challenges, so I think it would give me some good feedback if you guys jump into the updates blind and leave a comment letting me know how your experience was. I'd really appreciate that, and for those of you still here, like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and let's get to low quality content. So now after you've finished fighting the shielded enemies in this room, the door will lead to a room full of lava and some platforming segments. Yes, it's very motionless and oddly shiny lava, and not even really a room. I wasn't able to get to adding many environment details this time, but sometime between now and the game being in an acceptably finished state, I will add the visual niceties to make sure Cinder feels like a game and not a false promise. So hopefully this giant obvious switch should stand out to you, and when it's stepped on, it reveals the platforms. But as you step off it to go jump onto them, they disappear again. That's because they stay invisible. You need to remember where they are as you jump along them. Not sure if that's clear enough to players, but I'll see as I get feedback. I tried to keep the size and spacing of the platforms adequate so players won't miss them as they take their leaps of faith. Should you fall into the lava, you will respawn at the start of this room having taken some damage. There's a trigger box covering the entrance to the door, acting as an invisible checkpoint that the player won't be able to miss. Currently there's only this one checkpoint, so I'm curious if there should be more, or if being a short game having to redo all the sections is part of the fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now this is actually a re-implement of an even tinier game I made to get started learning Unreal. I couldn't get the lava material to work back then, so I compensated for lava with an absurd amount of fire, even though there is no such thing as too much fire. Oh, sorry. Let me out of asylum too soon. I better get moving with this. This next section has these blue and red platforms which swap positions every time you jump. I used to have these activated by pressing the F key, but reaching over to press F while trying to aim your jumps is annoying, so I made them more annoying by activating all the jumps. Makes them a little more like those flip switches from Mario Galaxy, which I'm sure you have the fondest memories of. The first game wasn't designed to have sprinting, so I slowed down the sprint a bit so players can't leap over whole sections. I'm sure there's further exploits like this that I've missed, so if you guys find any, do be a dear and let me know in the comments. Speaking of exploits, I realized players can shoot the hidden platforms to figure out where they're at, so I set them to ignore collisions from projectiles to make sure it's as challenging as I intended. Be sure to let me know if you think that makes them more fun or if my idea of challenging is too psychotic. And the last section here combines both these features, and your reward for your hard-earned victory is still limping off into oblivion. I swear I'll add something more interesting than that! Remember to click the link below to play Cinder for yourself. Doing so will also get you access to early builds of my main game, Adventurelust Fantasy. It's a co-op first-person hack and slash I started in Unity, and I'm working to move over into Unreal. I'm still in the process of that, so the first early build will be arriving soon. And it's getting close to the point where I've been keeping you guys waiting on that promise for too long. So this week, I'm going to work on fixing and building the old Unity version, so you guys have something to playtest to get a feel for the vision of Adventurelust Fantasy. That should be my next video, so subscribe to stay tuned for it. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Zach Scott Games, who I stole the gameplay clip from. You can find a link to his video buried in the description. And an even more special thanks to you for watching my trashy video all the way through. I look forward to squandering your time again next time.